you came back from the Korean War and you became the Supreme Commander, 4-star general, right?
Yeah.
When was it?
1980, Supreme Commander, 81, 80,
1981.
81, and Chief Staff also.
Okay.
But when I was the Supreme Commander, I have the duty to do, because at that time, we communist country, Khmer, Laos, Vietnam. The Vietnam is the one they call the Federation, Indochina Federation.
Yeah.
The communists, and the Vietnam sent on the forces occupy the border area, about 30 divisions, and they are, as I understand, the community, they are not happy with the CPT, Thai Communist Party of Thailand. They are very weak, and even though they are trying to help the CPT by force, but as we understand, the CPT know that they cannot take the foreign forces into Thailand because they don't have any organization to receive them and so on. And therefore, I use, as I told you, total defense to protect our country at the time. But we lack of ammunition, we lack of spare parts, we lack of everything. Our capability to fight the country only 1 or 2 days. But we do have war reserve of American in the Northeast for Vietnam War. That had been kept by us. Therefore, we make an understanding with American to use that war reserve. And also, we are weak on the air and on the air and on the tank and on the ship, because all of the when Russian left Da Nang, they leave on to Vietnam. And therefore, we talked to the Commander-in-Chief of the Pacific Command, Admiral Rong. Admiral Rong is still my friend, and we know each other, and we still have a good term, but only the political that the Thai have to kick out of American and foreign and to isolate. That is because of the Communist Party of Thailand propaganda that Thailand is dominate, one or dominate, will be fall soon, and then they use force to okay, and then I have to indoctrinate my small unit around the front line by our strategy of the total defense. But total defense has to be supported by what we call joint logistic support. This had been planned long before with our member of SEATO. We don't need your forces. We need your supply common item. We use the same because we buy from America. And also, we plan to make a copper gold. Copper gold. Now they are also exercise in Korea and some other places. Copper gold, in fact, it is our strategy to bring the whole Seventh Fleet of the Pacific Command, Admiral Rong, come to Thailand during the dry season. If anything happened to Thailand, will be during the dry season, okay? Not the monsoon season. So the copper gold will be here, just in case if the Thai attacked by the communists and the American will
Yeah.
commit, even though we use the AWAC on what I said is cooperate with the American AWAC to watching what they are doing in Hanoi. If they are going to attack or movement, they would send to supply or send some of the unit from Hanoi. We were out. This is not happening. Finally, they are withdraw.
Yeah. Two questions. You just gave us direct witness of how Korea has been transformed from one of the poorest country to 11th largest economy in the world right now. You told us about it, right? You were there. You saw Korea in 1952 and you saw 1970 and 2000 and so on. But in almost every country that participated in the Korean War, in their history textbook, they don't talk about the Korean War. They don't talk about the Korean War much in the history textbook. In America, in the United Kingdom, in Thailand too. There are not much coverage of the Korean War in the history textbook in Thailand. Why is that? And how can we overcome that? I mean, we don't want to talk about the war mongering, okay? We're not promoting the war, but there are very clear lessons of the war, right?
Yeah.
And also, there are beautiful story.
Yeah.
The country completely destroyed, now 11th largest economy in the world, and one of the most substantive democracy in East Asia. But nobody wants to talk about it, and it's been known as forgotten war.
Yeah.
How can we overcome that? Why is that, and what do you think about this?
For Thailand, as you know, we are not really do much about the military history. That's why I have to do it. After my retirement, I wrote a book, about 20 books, two in English, and three from Kerdphol. I wrote that book because I don't know why they don't write the book, and then they believe in speculation, in the rumor, and so on. Some are not true, and then it makes our wrong decision in the present time and the future because of information are not correct. And that is, I understand. That's why I could not change them. Therefore, I have to do what I think we should do. That's what I write. So now I write the Secret War in Laos, as you told me, as I told you. I write about the communists in Thailand, already done, both in English and no, they don't read. They can never read, never buy. They don't buy, and the Thai I found they don't like Korean and Japan. They want the book and they buy the book, but in Thailand they don't buy the book. Only given. So I given a lot of books to my young people, and that is difficult to answer. Particular Korean, which is our neighbor and part of our Asia, and there should be more. But I'm happy to see at least you try to make it known and learn from lesson you interview, and that is the only Dr. Han who come and wrote about Korean. I never heard anybody else, and so I really enjoy and congratulate you and do what I can. And I think one time, it's a pity. I have a lot of documents I sent from Korea when I was there. And then I follow up when I was the director of operations. Where is it? It disappeared. And if you have no evidence, it's very difficult to,
That's a pity.
to write the thing. You don't have any difference. But other countries like American, they wrote about it, but they don't mention about Thailand. Even Laos.
Yeah.
Even Laos, we sent 30,000 people, and the Americans do write it, my friend. They don't mention Thai. I don't know why. Therefore, I have to write.
So, could you show your book? What is about it?
Yeah.
Could you show it to like this?
I write on my life, but a part of my life is the Korean War, and therefore I wrote in his I still remember. I don't know whether you can see from there.
Yeah, we can zoom in. So show it to the camera. Show it to the camera. Go ahead.
This is the column where we march up to the front line. The first assignment to take the defensive line on the alligator jaw. I am the staff officer with my own jeep. And we are just stopped for a moment for certain reason and go on.
So that's your bunker, right?
Yes.
And you are standing with the Korean boy there? Korean person?
Korean, Kim.
Kim.
And he is a Korean who grown up in the Thai unit, and they are helping us as the assistant for everybody, not for me alone, mainly for the battalion commander. But I just called him to be with me for a picture.
Do you remember him now?
Oh, I remember, but I don't think that he alive. Yeah, I like him, and we talk about Korean a lot. Because my friend, who is a battalion commander, bring me to Thailand and give him a nationality. I think he become Thai.
So show me the cover page of your book. What is about it?
ขออนุญาตหน้าปกค่ะ
Oh, หน้าปก
ค่ะโชว์หน้าปกให้
Okay. This is the book which I write to remember on of my life up to 84 years old, and I print it and distribute it to my guests who came to my birthday anniversary party. I still remember, take a long time, and cost a lot of money, but I think that it worth to write it. And later on, when I refer to when I was young, I can't remember. This book is my reference.
I see. So it's an autobiography of your whole military career. Yeah. Personally, is there any impact of the Korean War upon your life after you returned from Korea? What is it? What is the impact?
The impact of Korean War is make me understand how the modern army fighting in the war, because in the Second World War we are fighting, of course, but that is like guerrilla warfare. We don't have supply, lie. We don't have intelligence enough to understand, and so on. It is a guerrilla warfare, but the conventional warfare, as we learn from the book, I learned from Korea, and that is a big help when I went to Fort Benning to learn in the school, because I
mean
know
Georgia?
Yeah, the real thing, what it is in the book, what it say, what it said in the book, not the same as we do in the field. That is really, for me, the Korean War is my good lessons, good school, and modern school. I use that as the way to improve my army and my work later on.
It's a kind of ridiculous, you can put it down now. It's a kind of ridiculous that Korean War still technically at war, the Koreans.
Yeah,
It's been 70 years.
yeah.
There is no historical precedent
Yeah.
of the war that lasted more than 70 years after official ceasefire.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of ridiculous. But next year will be the 70th anniversary of the breakout of the Korean War. Do you have any special message to the Korean people about 70th anniversary?
I really would like to share with you. When I went back to Panmunjom, I went back to Panmunjom many times. The first time, just the same as the last time.
Yeah.
The table still there, the card on either side is still there, and everything intact. And there are some, what we call the artificial village, for propaganda
Yes.
of North Korea still there, and so on. I've really don't know that why it took so long and no solution up to now. But for me, as I told you, that to be united with the communist country, there are some aspects you have to be very careful. But if I would like to ask you, divide the country into two, no. Divide the country into two, North Korea and South Korea,
Yeah.
and let be like the other country. That can be done. We don't try to unite it. We don't try to unite it. We don't try to unite it. Make two countries and live together as you do on the Olympic and some other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then help each other whatever you can.
So
And
you say you are thinking about peaceful coexistence between
Yeah.
North and South, but necessarily doesn't have to be reunited.
No,
No.
that is my solution. I don't think if you try to do it, and then there are some problems.
Yeah.
And why should we do? And let them do it if they like it to be that way, true or false, well, and let it be. And then, we before in the ancient time, we have no boundary, no boundary. No boundary created by the law on the sovereignty. The word of sovereignty is the problem.
Yeah.
Is the problem. If we don't know the lie, we don't have the lie. And let the people live together and do what they want they can, and think that would be better. Why should we united
Yeah.
if the people do not want to unite? The people, maybe the people want you to unite, but the ruler do not want to unite, okay? If the ruler don't want to unite, it's up to you. You talk to your own people. And then just the South ignore and do whatever you can, like German. Let me tell you, during the community in Thailand, and there is the Vietnam divided into two. One of minister come to my office, and
From Germany?
Germany,
Yeah.
from Germany, and then I asked him, "What you do?" And then Berlin divided by the wall.
Right.
By the wall, and he said that, and the other side is just German. We don't do anything. We just try to help them. One day they will be united. That's what he said. That's what he said. Though they don't try to convince them to come or so on, to give him food, sugar, or whatever they need, help as much as they can, and they do their own. And the one destroyed by the people, not the German, not the German government. And I think it should be the same.
You just remind me of one of the most important interviews that I had with the Medal of Honor recipient, Colonel Stone. He passed away 3 years ago. He is from Texas. And he said, I had an interview with him 1 month before he passed away, and he said that give what North Korean wants to get. Give food so that they can eat.
Yeah.
Give something that they want.
Yeah.
And live in peace.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah. That the German told me. And then I shared with my friend in Vietnam. And that's what he said. I think that's true. Why we bomb? If we send the sugar, send the salt, send something, drop much cheaper, and then the people been uprising and do whatever they want to do. We just help humanity, and then this is their way to do.
Yeah.
And this is what the German policy or government of his own, I don't know, but he told me, I told every time, but for Korea, why should we have to unite? No problem with you. No problem with you, okay, to be united or not united. And of course, you would like to unite. But if cannot be done, why should we try to do it? If you try to do it, you have to force to use some of the power, some other, create the other problem. And then why? Let it go. Naturally. And as you know, one doctor said that the best doctor is yourself. And second, they said that the best medicine is time.
Time.
With time. If you don't have time, nothing can be done.
This
Now,
is very
I
wise
think,
counsel.
We should use time. Use time. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe China and Taiwan, for instance.
Yeah.
China and Taiwan. Let time healing it.
Yep.
Do what can. And the same as North and South Korea. Okay, one country, two systems. I think we should not try. Let's try. If the government say that we have tried, we want to, but it's very difficult. But then we decided let we the two countries and so on. It's easier, and no, I don't know whether there will be any effect. Why don't you try that?
Yeah. I mean, that's a very wise counsel, and maybe we're trying to reunify without real basis, basis of trust and exchange of ideas and personnel and culture, because it's been already 70 years. And the Ostpolitik of West Germany toward the East German actually bring into the collapse of the wall. So maybe it's a matter of time, but maybe we just have to maintain our system and then building more trust. In due time, maybe we will have a reunification as you counsel.
Look, suppose that you are united with the North, whether the South can absorb the North.
Yeah.
That's a big problem.
Yep.
That's a big problem. There will be a chaos.
Yeah.
There will be chaos. They will come. You ask my wife.
Yeah.
When that is small, Berlin small. When they come, they eat. They demand everything, and they want this, they want that. A lot of problems.
I was there in East Germany in 1992. So I observed everything there. The East Germans were demonstrating in the street because they just get 60% of the salary of the West Germans.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I understand completely the sort of scenario that can bring disaster to each other. But, nobody knows about the history because the former Prime Minister Brandt came to Korea in 1989. And he was asked by the reporters, when do you think that Germany can be reunited? And he said that, I don't have any idea when we can. In 6 months, Berlin Wall collapsed. So nobody knows.
No. Let me tell you, if the North and the South Korea united, only when the head of when the head of the North Korea go away, and that you can cope with the situation. But if they come with the head like that, forget it.
Yeah, it's going to be a disaster.
Forget it. It one day it will gone. One day it will gone. It cannot be like that. It is not real. It's not real. And they know that it's not real. They live under the dream or assumption. How can you see the boy become the leader?
Yeah.
And the own. It's not real. It's not real.
Yeah.
They have to do that. They have to play that to save their life. To save their life. Mm-hmm. Why you should be much concerned? Do what you like.
Let them deal with their problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And only that they would use the force to come to the South. That is the problem.
Yeah.
You have to have some way to make sure that will not happen. And that is the alternative. We have to discuss this. Mm-hmm. And this can be done too. You know China, okay? American, okay? We can do something. And that if we make sure this, and then let them be what they be. As I told you, we have a friend, North Korea, Dr. Chong. Simon Jong. In fact, outside, he looked like the other. What they got very small salary, and everything have very little money. We went there for just friendship, and we want to see for National Day. Just the food is like state fruit.
Yeah.
They are poor.
Yeah.
They know they are poor, but they cannot say. They cannot do. And they would like to stay in Thailand. And I try to support him to do whatever we can. They have to be sure that he loyal to the country and so on, okay. But for his survival, and then it's very difficult when we have some problem, we come to me and I do what I can. And the real is that they are poor and they know that. And so I just share with you that live it that way. Just only that they would not use force. You not use force.
General, really, I wish that I have more time to have more conversation with you. I'm learning a lot, and you are very wise counsel to many different things, but you are the direct witness of the Korean War and the transformation and whole transformation, and you are in a very unique position to put that into a perspective for our future generation. My really strong wish is to publish something like that I published in the United States, because even US, they don't talk about it. So I am in training program. My foundation inviting lots of history teachers in the United States and in the UK, and we had a big conference in Athens in Greece in this August. And next year, my foundation will host a World Congress of history teachers from 22 countries. So I want to invite the teachers from Thailand too, and experts like you. And my wish is that we can produce something like a lesson plan for history teachers here in Thailand, so that they can learn about pork chop battle and the lessons of the Korean War between Korea and Thailand. And I met your former students, Professor Song Nui in Army Academy yesterday. And so we talked about it, and we are trying to work this out. So please pray for us.
Yeah. Okay, I fully support with you. And also try to do the best I can to let the people learn the lesson of the past.
Yes.
Learn the lesson of the past. Even today, I do my own small way, and you have done a great deal for your country and for the world. And what we are exchanging, again, I really worry about the United Nations, United Nations, initiative by communists. I don't know who initiated to talk to North Korea, Trump, or I think that this is the new strategy. As a new strategy, I try to warn my country. They are under chaos now, that be careful. Four-step strategy. One ceasefire, one get together, and one kick off. But the army is still intact. That is danger. This is danger. It is danger.
Okay.
I don't know if they are like Trump. I don't know whether he understands this, and he might only think that if South and North talk to each other, it's a good thing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's a good thing. No. You have to think about it, and that it my strong message to give to you and to give to my people. They do not understand either. Do not understand either. It can happen in Thailand. It can happen in Thailand if we are not aware. Thank you very much.
General, I don't know how to thank you,
Yes,
and
thank you.
I want to
Yeah,
read
we
your
do.
book written in English, translated in
Yeah.
English, and I will continue to contact you so that
Yeah.
I can update you about
Yeah,
the
yeah,
progress
okay.
that I wish
Yeah,
I can make it.
Keep contact. Keep
Yes,
contact.
sir.
Keep contact. I keep contact with the address. I have address and foundation. Would you give me this book?
Book? This book?
Huh?
This book.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I can mail it to you. I have only one copy, but I can ask my staff to mail it to you
Okay.
soon as possible.
To her.
Yes,
Okay.
I will do that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much again. I really appreciate it, and I really enjoyed this.
I am happy that there are some people like you who do things like this. I don't know if there are anybody do, but my military I talk to, they don't do it. There are some military attaché from the Korean.
Yeah.
They don't know anything about it, and they are knowing nothing.
You know, I'm not just doing it because I am originally from South Korea, but I believe that there is a historical lesson and good story to tell to our future generation about what happened 70 years ago to 2 million people in Korea being killed,
Yeah,
and so many people killed, and also from Thailand.
yeah,
So it's a story to tell.
yeah.
But we haven't done it, so I want to do this so that we can have a justice
Yeah.
to the long overdue of forgotten history.
You see, 2 million people killed in the Korean War. That enormous, and nobody recognize it's a pity.
Yes.
You have done a great job.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
It's my honor to be recognized by someone like you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.